Hello. Okay, so we are on the other side of page 3 where we just talked about prime factorization, and this is connected. Okay, so this is a strategy to find the prime factorization, which you can draw an arrow to the page over here. Oops. Okay, so a strategy to find the prime factorization, and that strategy is a factor tree. So the reason we are trying to get to prime factors is because prime factors cannot be broken down into any smaller pieces. That is as small as it gets. So it's kind of like if you have something that you built out of blocks, other factors might still be a couple of blocks put together, and prime factors are all the blocks are separate. So if I take, for an example, 24, we'll do a factor tree on 24. So the product we're focusing on is 24. And I could list the factors of 24. The factors of 24 are 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. And if you're wondering, gee, Miss Funk, how did you know that fast? Well, one, I know my math facts, but also I could have used a factor table or I could have used a multiplication table to figure this part out. Now, when I want to get down to the prime factors, I'm using this tree. And so the first step, I'm going to do this in a different color. Step 1 is to choose one factor pair. So let's say I can choose any factor pair except 1 times the number, because that would just be a waste of time, because 1 is not a prime number. And 24 is definitely not a prime number, so don't do that. Okay, I'm going to go with 2 times 12 just because it's next in line. It does not matter which one you pick as long as you're following the steps. So I've got 2 on one side, 12 on the other. Step 2 is to circle a prime number when it comes up to end that branch, because it's a factor tree. So good news, one of these numbers, 2 or 12, is a prime number, and it is 2. So I'm going to circle 2, and now I'm done with that branch. Step 3 then is for me to choose to find factors of uncircled numbers. So the factors of 12, some factors of 12 are 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. I don't want 1 times 12, so my choices are 2 times 6 or 3 times 4. Doesn't matter what I pick, I'm just going to pick 2 times 6. 2 times 6. Now, this cycle repeats. You keep going back and forth between these steps until you finish. So 2 is a prime number. I circle it. That branch is over. 6 is not a prime number, though, so I need to find factors of 6. Well, the factors of 6 are 1 times 6 or 2 times 3. I can't do 1 times 6, so I'm going to do 2 times 3. 2 times 3. And good news, those are both prime numbers. So I'm going to continue on until all the branches have a circled number. Now, I'm almost done. The last thing I need to do is I need to write this as a multiplication problem. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 is 24. Now, we all know that we like shortcuts and we like a chance to be lazy. So I want you to look for opportunities to use exponents. So remember, exponents are when we have repeated factors, right? That was the language we used before the quiz. Well, right here, I have a factor that is repeated 3 times. I have 2 times 2 times 2. So I could write that as 2 to the third power, because I have 3 2's. And then I can't forget about this guy over here. 2 to the third power times 3 is 24. That is the prime factorization of 24. And there you have it.